What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT UK Review, the show from August 28th, 2019. And they were at Plymouth, England, as always. Basically, this was the Go Home Show edition for WWE NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff edition. And your commentators were Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness. So let's get right to the show here, shall we? It's not going to be much about the wrestling. I mean, there was some wrestling on the show, but it's not going to be that. It wasn't much about wrestling. It was basically final build-up and final, hype what pertains to TakeOver Cardiff for NXT UK. So that being said, let's get to this. So we open up the show with Idra Dragunov versus Tyson T-Bone. Basically, Dragunov had to bounce back up on his feet to, after that loss from Cassius Ohno, and he goes up against Tyson T-Bone. They have a decent match, and you know how Dragunov's finishing move that I'm not a fan of, what pertains to him doing the running torpedo headbutt. Well, he hits it, and I thought the way that Tyson T-Bone fed into it was pretty good, and then the aftermath of the impact was sold pretty well. So I'm like, there you go. That's how you saw a finish move right there. What pertains to Dragunov's finish move, obviously. So in a way, yeah, it was basically back and forth, but most likely T-Bone was dominating the match in a way. But Dragunov was he was showcasing how ruthless he could be in the ring and how he could take some punishment in the ring, and he just proved it. And he got a win here. So he's basically trying to get back on his feet here after that one loss from Cassius Ohno. Give me one moment, folks. Oh yeah, they show video package for the highlighting the NXT UK Women's Championship title build up between the NXT UK Women's Champion Toni Storm versus Kaylee Ray. Now it's gonna be the same thing that they're gonna show at TakeOver Cardiff, so I skipped it. I didn't watch it on the show because it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same video package they're gonna show on TakeOver Cardiff. So there you go. Basically, the way they do this too is they play these highlights video package to hype up the show. What pertains to I can't wait to see the show this coming Saturday. That's how they do it. And when they show it again on that show, when you watch it again, you're like after you watch that, you're like, oh, I can't wait for this match now. I cannot wait for this match now. This match is coming up next right now. I can't wait to see it after this video package. Basically to hype it up even more. So there you go. Gentleman Jack Gallagher, which, by the way, speaking of which, I didn't get to mention this on 205 Live review. Wasn't Gentleman Jack Gallagher and D. Brian Kendrick was supposed to have a match on that show? I could swear they said they was going to have a match, but I guess Drake Maverick said we couldn't have time to do that. But I wish they could, at least give us a continuity there, to give us a reason why the match wasn't made yet. At least do a backstage segment or something, what pertains to Jack Gallagher and D. Brian Kendrick about the match hasn't been has to be held off until next time, something. But they didn't do that. So, but anyways, as far as Gentleman Jack Gallagher is, he asked the WWE fans, who's a better wrestler in UK? Is it Cassius Ohno with him being an American UK? Even though Cassius Ohno is 100% American, but Cassius Ohno, he always claims the story here is like Cassius Ohno. He says that he masters British strong style more than any other British wrestlers in represents to the European. So, but basically who is it? Jack Gallagher or Cassius Ohno? The fans the crowd that the last time that they had a face off here, which is to basically he tells the crowds, Jack Gallagher tells the crowds that the last time they had a match here, Jack Gallagher, I meant to say, excuse me, had his foot on the ropes, and his victory was tainted. I guess he's talking about Cassius Ohno. I try to remember, Cassius Ohno, I don't know. But anyways, he says that he challenged Cassius Ohno for a match next week's NXT UK show. And basically, it's gonna be on the NXT UK after TakeOver Cardiff event, which is next week's NXT UK show. We get Joseph Connors versus Oliver Carter. This is my first time seeing Oliver Carter, and basically they say that he's influenced by Kofi Kingston, and the way he wrestles in this ring too, with some moves that I'm seeing him doing, is basically shades of Kofi Kingston, Chris Jericho, Tyson Kidd. And I don't remember who else I was trying to say he was doing something. I can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, in WWE, Evan Bourne, but Matt Sydal. Basically, shades of four different wrestlers, but pertains to doing a couple of moves that he did, like the diving meteor order onto Joseph Connors, which Evan Bourne, Matt Sydal did, has been doing. Kofi Kingston, what pertains to being a high flyer. Oliver Carter was showing how high flyer he can be. Now he's more heavier than Kofi Kingston, but he's in good shape. He's got more muscles than Kofi Kingston. That's what I meant to say. He's got more muscles than Kofi Kingston in a way, but he's still pretty good. He did the Chris Jericho's lion salt, but instead of touching the ropes, he did with no hands. Basically, he did it twice in the match. Basically, did like I said, a lion salt in the ring to catch Joseph Connors, but unfortunately he didn't get two of those locations. He didn't get it. One he landed on his feet, and the other one he missed. But he did without touching the ropes, and I'm like, holy shit, that was pretty cool. Tyson Kidd, where it pertains to the leg kick off from the apron, but holding the ropes and then do the leg kick like an insecurity type of way. Now, Tyson Kidd is not the only person who does it too. So does Sin Cara, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, Kofi Kingston does that too, if I can recall. Xavier Woods, even Rey Mysterio Jr. does that too. But yeah, my first time seeing Oliver Carter he looked pretty good in the match. But on his debut match, they had Joseph Connors go over him with the Don't Look Down, which is the modified flatliner, and then Joseph Connors gets the win. Now here's the thing, Joseph Connors, he was decent in the match, but the better performer in this match was Oliver Carter, and Oliver Carter, showcasing how good he was in their match. You're telling me, all those moves that he was doing to Joseph Connors just mounts a comeback and gets the win over Oliver Carter. What? On his debut match? What the fuck was that shit, man? I couldn't believe that happened. That Oliver Carter lost to Joseph Connors in his first match on NXT UK. And by the way, he's from West Africa, wherever they said he was from. I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, they had Joseph Connors go over him. I don't understand why. For the number of guys that have been debuting on NXT UK, Joseph Connors gets the win over a debut appearance on Oliver Carter. I didn't understand that at all. I was irate for that. But that being said, let's move on. WWE executive interviews Cesaro for some reason. And I see myself, oh wait a minute, I'm seeing Cesaro there. And I'm assuming this was after his match on Raw, because he was leaving. He has luggage and everything. He's getting ready to go. And also, executive bumps into Cesaro as he's leaving. And unless he was so, oh man, Cesaro's coming to NXT UK, right? So this is what he said. He says that he'll be appearing. Not only he's going to be appearing in, what was it he said he's going to appear? What, in China? He said, I think he said, Okay, never mind. I was waiting for it to play Siren again. But anyways, as I was saying, I don't remember if he said he was going to if he's going to China or somewhere. I don't remember where. But he says after that he's going to go to NXT takeover NXT UK takeover Cardiff and see firsthand about what this brand is all about. So I'm assuming he's going to be part of NXT UK, in the future. Hopefully he does, because the main roster ain't doing nothing for him. They're just burying him, and not utilizing him where he should be a main event player. We see video footage of the rivalry between Rhea Ripley and Piper Niven, and this feud obviously is to continue on, and the match will happen next week. So there you go. They basically announced that the match is going to happen next week. So Johnny State, the NXT UK general manager, made the match. Kenny Williams versus Jordan Devlin. This was Kenny Williams' best match I ever see him had against a guy like Jordan Devlin. These guys were going back and forth on each other in this match. Jordan Devlin was basically was took to the limit by Kenny Williams. And then in the end, the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin, gets the win over Kenny Williams. But yeah, Kenny Williams showed me something here, folks. He showed me that he can hang in NXT UK, and he could be a player on NXT UK. So he did pretty good. So I want to see more of Kenny Williams, stepping up a notch. And finally, we get the video package of hyping up the NXT UK Championship title match between Walter, the champion himself, versus the challenger, Tyler Bate. Basically, they're gonna play the same thing at TakeOver Cardiff, so I skipped it too. But let me get to what happened on the main event, the end of the show here on the main event segment. So we get the Grizzled Young Veterans, which is James Drake and Zach Gibson, the tag team champions of NXT UK, coming out, and basically they complain about Johnny Saint making a triple threat match for the tag titles at Cardiff, which is an unfair advantage. So then Gauntlet comes out, and also Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews comes out, and also all hell breaks loose. Three teams that are TakeOver Cardiff close up the show as they continue on brawling, where they're creating nothing but chaos and everything. And there's no referees, no securities, no one to come out there to break it up. They just we just see them fighting until the show ended, and that was it. That was the end of the show. So yeah, this is a good hype show for NXT UK, what pertains to NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff for this Go Home Show edition. So I thought they did a good job here. Very good job. Total Wrestling for NXT UK was 2 matches from August 28th, 2019. And my overall showing for the show, I'm going to go 7 out of 10. So that being said, folks, wait, I'm sorry. 3 matches, let's say. My apologies. I'm sorry, folks. I forgot about the Joseph Connors and Oliver Carter's match. So it was 3 matches. My apologies. But my overall showing for the show, 7 out of 10. And there you go. There you go. Thank you for watching. It's Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. For this was your WWE NXT UK review, where it pertains to WWE NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff Go Home Show edition. With that being said, thank you for watching, which I already said that right. But for the next time, where it pertains to NXT UK review, take care.